All right, what's up, guys? Got a little something different here for you guys today. I got 2 time lapses. Haven't reviewed these yet. Video will be coming on that soon, but this video is against Neutron plastic versus Fission plastic. So we're gonna see how they react on different angles, if they have different stabilities, if the flight number should be changed for one of them or something. They're both brand new, both 170 grams. So they both had the same profile and everything. Same company, same disc, just different plastics. We're gonna see how the plastic affects the flight of these 2 discs. All right, I got Fission and Neutron. The Fission one looks a little less overstable than the Neutron one, but I don't really know. I'm here at hole 1. I'm gonna throw them both on a flat angle, and we'll just see how they react to it. There's really no wind out here, so that really won't play an effect on the discs, but yeah, we'll see how they fly. We'll go Fission plastic first and then Neutron. All right, Fission plastic. All right, Fission plastic did seem to stay a little straighter on that one than the flight numbers would suggest, but here we go with Neutron. All right, they're thrown on basically the exact same angle. Neutron is a little more overstable than the Fission, I would say, but that's after 1 throw. So I'm not 100% on that, but I'll see how they do on like a tuned down throw, full power throw, forehands. We'll see how they fly on all those. So see you then. So I just got them back and throwing on my backhand. It's about 90 degrees out here, and the Fission plastic is still like pretty good, pretty stiff. Not like stiff, but enough where like you can't really bend it a lot. Fission or Neutron plastic, however, is really soft. It's really gummy now. So this one's probably better for warmer weather. This is probably better for cooler weather. Just by how, unless you're like a really gummy distance driver. But just from 1 throw and having it sit out in the sun for a minute before I go get it, it's already gotten really gummy. So I'm gonna throw them all on forehand now, see how they fly. Kind of got a tailwind, so keep that in mind when you see these throws, but yeah, we'll see how they fly on forehand. First we'll do Fission plastic. All right, Fission plastic stayed really straight, fought out of that Anheuser line I accidentally gave it, and then finished with a decent amount of fade. So this one's probably gonna fight out of it really quickly. It's Neutron plastic. Yeah, let's see how it goes. Yeah, definitely fought out of it. It didn't go as far. I probably went about 250. So yeah, we'll go get those and then do a 3-hole round with them. So you can see there's 1 hole that'll be a tuned down shot. You can see how that flies. There's 1 that'll be full power. So yeah, we'll see how they do different scenarios on the course. But so far, Fission plastic's a little straighter. Neutron's got a little more overstability to it, and Neutron's a little more gummy than Fission. All right, I'm here. I'm gonna start on hole 3 because it's a 530-foot full power shot. Still, the Neutron plastic is still a little gummy. I even put it in my bag for a little bit while I filmed a different video for Disc and a Dash. Should watch that series. And it's still a little gummy. This one's still pop-toppy, like still pretty stiff, decent amount. So this one calls for a hyzer around that tree and then like a 200-foot upshot. So we'll see if I can do that with any of these for either of these. Another thing I'm seeing, just from here, the Fission is a little more domey, or the Fission is a little more domey than the Neutron. Neutron looks a little bit more flat. That's a good angle right there. There we go. Yeah, Neutron's a little more domey than the Fission, so that probably adds to some of the stability of it. But yeah, let's get to it on hole 3. All right, 390 feet, right around that tree. I'll start with a Neutron, because I threw the Fission first in the other two. So Neutron first, give it the angle. Yeah, that's pretty good. Got it on the tree perfectly. You can see that overstability like right out of the hand. It held that angle, it never wanted to come back up. We do have a cross left to right, so that's kind of fighting it down a little bit and holding it, but Fission's now. This one, I'm gonna try and put on the same angle, but best of luck to me. All right, I threw it a little higher, but it held up there and then finished to the left. So definitely a little more stable than the Neutron. We should have like a 200-foot approach shot for each of those. And I forgot to bring in a putter, so we'll be using those today. So yeah, all right. Couldn't have been any more of a better example. They landed 3 feet from each other. Fission Time-Lapse is closer to the basket though, so now we've got a 200-foot forehand right around that tree. I think I've said that 12 times already. So that's 1 point for the Fission for being closer to the basket off the drive. CTP, but yeah, I guess it's CTP. 1 point, Fission. Neutron shot here first. Right here. You can see, there it is. Right here, forehand, right around the bush. Let's see what I can do. Well, I never saw that, but I threw it at Anheuser, fought out of it, got a nice skip to it, probably got like 40 feet. Fission one's right here too, so this one you can probably see me. Yeah, you can see the disc, there we go. All right, I gotta get over these bushes. Same shot. All right, that is right by the basket. Fission Time-Lapse is much more forgiving, and you got a little better grip on it because it's not super gummy. But so far, I think Fission's winning me over. See you on hole 2 because those two should be tap-ins, and I don't want to show my putting with those because it's gonna be atrocious. Again, they're right next to each other. I think they do like the same thing. One's a little more overstable, one's a little more stable. I don't think it really matters. All right, I'm here at hole 2, also hole 1. About 370 feet straight away, but we got a headwind now. So we'll see. Hey, there's a lizard. All right, we'll see how these discs do in a headwind. Still gummy. Still, well, it's getting a little more gummy now, but yeah, let's see how they do 370 straight ahead in a headwind. Please don't fall. Okay. We'll go Neutron first because they both parred. So we'll throw Neutron in the headwind to start off. And let's see how it flies. Shankopotamus. All right, Fission. That is so good. That probably went 350 feet. I gotta find that Neutron once I shrunk it into a bush. Alright, I hope the wind is not too bad, but the disc is back in here. So you'll only see my shot coming out of it. And the time-lapse is basically time-lapse. They're both time-lapses. The Fission plastic is basically parked. So that just shows you how bad the shot was. And now I gotta go down there and get it. So you'll see the upshot. Hopefully, as long as the video stays on, doesn't overheat. Hey, you're still on. Okay, I got the disc. Here we go, the shot. Would you look at that? We are right at the base. Probably didn't see any of that because the wind kind of knocked you over. And you might have saw some of it. But yeah, Fission time-lapse is 1 under par. Neutron time-lapse is now even. On to hole 3. It's still somehow closer, and that's my basket destroyed. So yeah, Fission time-lapse is closer still somehow. I'm gonna try and get this in before my camera overheats. It's about 250 feet straight ahead. Fission's got the box. Let's do it. Phone's about to overheat, so gotta be quick. It's about to overheat. Ooh, bad skip. That skipped away. It was right by the basket, but it skipped. Neutron. That's gonna be parked. Yeah. CTP 2-1, Fission wins that one. But we'll see if the Fission or Neutron can win, because so far Fission's winning 1 under to even. So if they tie, and it shows you that they're both the same. But I have my thoughts on it in a minute. All right, Fission Thomas is right here. If I make this putt, it wins, and then I'll give my final thoughts on these 2 plastics. It's an imaginary basket, so it looks like it would have gone in. It went in. Well, all right, Neutron's right here, like 10 feet, so it looks like it went in, it went in. It hit the thing that the basket was on, so looks like it went in. Fission wins. All right, overall, they both fly pretty much the same. Only thing I would say is Neutron gets a little more gummy as you soft out the round than the Fission. And Fission does have more dome, which means it stays a lot more straight. My phone is overheating, so I'm gonna keep tapping it so it stays awake. But yeah, Neutron doesn't really have a dome, so it's a lot more overstable. So if you like an overstable distance drive with not a lot of dome, this flies pretty true to its numbers. If you want one that stays a little straighter with little overstability towards the end, I would maybe give this 5.5, -1, 2.5. I'm gonna keep touching the camera. You're gonna have to get used to it. 5.5, -1, 2.5. Instead of 5.5, -5.5, geez. 12.5, -1.3. I might be having a heat stroke. But yeah, I would choose this one if you like a little straighter disc. This one if you like a little more overstability. You're gonna have to get used to it. I'm gonna keep tapping it. But yeah, thanks for watching. Tune into the Disc in a Dash series, where I review 1 disc every day. Just reviewed this one, so watch that one. Tune into my next video. You're gonna have to like it. keep tabbing it. Tune into the next video, which should be a only Doomsday Discs round. So shout out to Doomsday Discs for sending me some discs to throw. But yeah, I would say those are both really good options for a power distance driver. A little stability on them. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.